Hi everybody, it's day 6. We're getting so close to the sugar detox challenge. So I want to just recap today because I know we've had a lot of people join us since we started at day 1. And so if you're just joining us, make sure to sign up for emails. The link is in the description for the video, because you're going to get all of the resources that I'm talking about today. You're also going to get kind of like a daily roundup. So as I've been going through these videos, I'm sending out daily emails to just give you the roundup of what we covered. You get links, blog posts with all this stuff in it, links to the videos and all that good stuff, so you can get caught up. So also, if you're just joining us too and you're not quite ready on January 2nd, because I realize that may be short notice for some folks, that's okay. You don't have to start on the 2nd. So I'm going to be going live the 2nd through the 11th talking about the challenge, like, cheering y'all on, cheering each other on. But this group will be open probably until about January 20th, so that you can, keep going on your own if you need to. And I'll still be going live after the challenge to share some more information with you about, things you can do post-challenge to keep up with your habits. So don't feel like you can't, if you don't start on the 2nd, that you have to like catch up or something. Just start when you can. Now, with all that said, I am giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. So to be entered, you need to be registered via email. And then you can get an extra entry. So there's a link in the description of this video, and you can go click on a link on my main Healthy Happy Her page and share that out and tag a friend, and you'll get an extra entry to win a $50 gift card. So how fun is that? And to Amazon gift card. So all right, I want to dig in and get started. So we've got suggested meals and a pantry list. So I did talk about this on day 1 or 2. And I want to kind of dig into what all this means, because if you look just at the suggested meals, it looks very sparse. And when you look into the recipes, it's not, but I want to make sure that you're going into this the right mindset. So think of this as adding things in and not taking things away. Like, I know a lot of us are really attached to sugar, especially if you're an emotional eater, if you're somebody who struggles with food cravings. Like, this is going to feel hard. And so to make it a little bit easier on yourself, think about setting priorities daily of what you're going to eat. Like, I'm going to eat a smoothie today, a salad today, and a veggie burger for dinner. Like something, make it a number of servings of vegetables every day, or, make a little list for yourself and check off, wow, I had 10 smoothies in 10 days. That's amazing. And so you feel like you're accomplishing something and not focusing on the negative and taking what you're taking away, but you're adding in like this really amazing, fun, new recipes, nourishing food. You really get yourself in that mindset of we're accomplishing something, not torturing ourselves. And another thing I want to address too, especially if you're somebody who has been dieting for years. I run into a lot of women who have, because they're frustrated with their weight. So 2 things on that is, if you've been dieting for years, you may have actually slowed your metabolism down so much that you can't lose weight. So, I had mentioned this in one of my other videos where, you go on the internet and you're like, well, how many calories should I eat to lose X number of pounds over X number of days? And it's like, oh, 800 calories will result in extreme weight loss. Not if you're a sedentary, which a lot of us are. I mean, sedentary middle-aged woman who's been dieting for years. Your metabolism is already so slowed down that that's actually going to slow you down more. So what you want to do is make sure that you're eating at least 1,800 calories a day. And I know to a lot of people that may sound like a lot, but remember, we're not dieting, okay? I hate the word diet. I am an anti-diet person, but we are not dieting. The point is not to lose weight. The point is to detox from sugar and make yourself feel healthy, okay? And you cannot feel healthy if you're not eating enough food. And there's this diet myth that's been out there for like the last 100 years. There was a study done in the 1920s that established that our baseline every day to like not die is 1,200 calories. And then you look at anything that tells you what you should be dieting, and this is what you need to eat. It says 1,200 calories. If you're eating 1,200 calories a day, you are starving yourself. And if you've done that over years, like I just said, you've slowed your metabolism down so much that you're not going to be able to lose weight. So if that's kind of your mindset where you're like, you know, constantly thinking about calories and like, you know, how much am I eating too much? You know, you feel like maybe you have to be hungry all the time because that's a good thing. I want you to work on getting that out of your head forever. But also, especially over these next 10 days, because if you can't do that, you're going to make yourself miserable and you're going to fall off the wagon very quickly. And that brings me to my next point is if you do fall off the wagon, if something happens, if you like break down and you're like, oh my God, I need my Starbucks. And then you're sitting there all guilty in your car drinking your Starbucks by yourself. It's okay. You have not failed. You get the chance at your next meal to start over. So there is no failure. There's no perfection either. The point of this is to, one, pick up some healthy habits, and two, to detox your body from the sugar that you have been probably gorging on over the past couple of months since Halloween. So, and I'll talk about this a little bit more as we get into the challenge too, focusing on the anti-diet, intuitive eating mindset, which is what I have a group coaching plan or group coaching program coming up in January that I will tell you more about if that's something you're interested in. So, meals. All right, so you have this nice little planner here that has all your meals planned out on it. Now, you can very easily follow this, but if there's something on here that you're like, I know not everybody loves kale, for example. So, you know, if there's something on there that you don't like, you can either switch it out, or I'm also going to be sharing some extra recipes in the group as we're going through to kind of give you some extra ideas, give you some different ideas of what recipes we already have. Those are all great, obviously, but you know, who doesn't love more recipes? So I'm going to be sharing lots of stuff in here to make sure that you have stuff that you want to eat, to make sure that you're feeling full. And so for your pantry list, so I want you to take a look at this and get ready for your grocery shopping this week. You know, and two, if there's a lot of stuff on here that you don't generally eat, then I'd say go through the recipes, pick some that you like, pick the things on your pantry list that are going to work for you, and then make a meal plan around that. Like, you don't have to go buy every single thing on here if you're like, I don't like arugula, I think it's gross. So, you know, don't like force yourself to eat something you don't like. And some really great add-ins, I think, like some of my favorites, because I've been gluten and dairy free for a long time, so I picked up a lot of tips and tricks. So hemp hearts are one of my favorite add-ins for salads and smoothies. They have lots of omega-3 in them, which is great for your brain. Dried unsweetened coconut, the Dang brand is awesome. It's just a really good snack to keep around if you're, especially if you're kind of struggling with blood sugar fluctuations the first week or so. You know, keeping some dry roasted almonds around and some coconut is a great way to just like get something in your mouth real quick if you're hungry, or if you're, you know, not quite hungry, but you think you are. Again, you know, especially almonds and coconut, they're going to fill you up really quickly, and so you're not going to sit there and like overeat on that stuff. And then dry roasted nuts. So make sure if you're buying nuts that they don't have like added honey or sugar or whatever to them, and that they also don't have extra added oils. I know that some of the Blue Diamond brand, which I love, but they're like flavored almonds, actually have like a bunch of crap in them. So probably not the best thing to be eating. And then look out for sneaky sugars too. If you're buying something processed, read the label, make sure it doesn't have a bunch of added sugar. And if it does have sugar and carbs in it, then look at the soluble fiber, because the more soluble fiber it has, the less it's going to change your blood sugar. So, you know, a little bit is okay as long as it's not high fructose corn syrup for certain. You know, a bunch of added sugar, like even like bottled juices and stuff. You know, we talked about this yesterday. Anything that is a whole food and not super sweet is probably okay. And then sneaky oils too. So make sure that you're eating oils that are high quality and not super processed, because that does a lot of damage to our bodies, which you can go back and look at. I think it's day 2 or 3 where we talked a little bit more about that. And also additives and preservatives. So if you're reading the label on something and you can't pronounce half of what is in there, this is just a general rule of thumb, you probably shouldn't eat it. It's certainly over the next 10 days while you're doing the detox. So you know, for smoothies as well, we talked about this the other day, is if you're buying try to get non-dairy milk, even if you're not like a non-dairy person. Milk, especially like the 0% and 2% stuff, has way more sugar than you would think. They actually they actually feed fat-free milk to pigs to fatten them up because it has so much sugar in it. So if you do have to have a milk, which we really should be avoiding dairy, but if you do absolutely have to have milk, make sure it's whole fat milk. Doesn't have the fat taken out of it. And then start focusing on organic berries. You know, it's easy to find those in the freezer section to throw into your smoothies. Spinach is a great add-in too. And then we talked about this a few days ago, and I will keep talking about it because I love it so much. The Juice Plus Complete Protein Powder. So this is a complete protein, but it is vegan. It is gluten-free. It is NSF certified, meaning that everything that they say is in it is in it, and none of the yucky stuff that we do not want in it, like heavy metals, is not in it. And this stuff is so good, my 6-year-old will just sit there and eat it with a spoon. It's that good, and I will eat it. I kind of sneak some too. But we make energy bites with these. I make waffles. I make donuts. I throw it into my smoothies, and also I will just get my shaker bottle and have it for a snack or have it with my lunch to make sure I feel full. So this is very easy. It's also got loads of fiber in it, and it does not change your blood sugar much. Like it's safe for diabetics. So, you know, if you're making sure you're trying to feel full, protein and fiber, this is your jam here. And then, as I promised yesterday, I remember to bring my supplements with me today. So, I talked about these a few days ago, and I just wanted to remind you if you haven't seen it yet. I am a huge fan of the Juice Plus capsules. They also have chews. There's also a program where if you're an adult buying chews or capsules, you can get it for free for a child up until the age of 25. Like no limit on that. So one adult can sponsor one child. So we've got the fruit capsules. They have apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, beet, acerola cherry, pineapple, prune, date, and lemon peel. So loads of vitamin C. This is great for the winter too because it'll help your immune system. It's been amazing for mine. The veggie capsules have broccoli, parsley, beet, carrot, garlic, tomato, spinach, cabbage, kale, rice bran, lemon peel, acerola cherry again, and lots of vitamin C. And then the berry blend has raspberry, bilberry, cocoa, blueberry, Concord grape, pomegranate, blackberry, cranberry, artichoke, blackcurrant, elderberry, which is great for flu and cold season, and again, the acerola cherry. So these you just take 2 a day, and you get, it's like getting some extra servings of fruits and veggies, and it's great for like that internal inflammation we were talking about yesterday. It's great for your immune system. It's great for your energy, helps your mitochondria work the way they're supposed to, because it's really, like, it's not special in its fruits and vegetables, but it's special in its fruits and vegetables in a capsule. All right, and this is the omega I was talking about yesterday. So most omega supplements you will find, in fact, all of them that I know of that have a lot of omega-3 are fish-based. And the way that the fish make the oils that we love so much is they eat algae, and so these are actually made from algae. Let's skip the fish. So they are vegan, they're gluten-free, and it's my favorite trick. I dare you to eat one of your fish oil capsules and put it in your mouth. This one, oh, there we go. It tastes like vanilla and orange. Orange Julia smoothie, dude. So these are really high quality. If you get skeeved out by the fish oil stuff, this is your jam. It's highly effective. I started taking it after I had my daughter, and I had terrible plantar fasciitis. Like, I could not get rid of it. Like, I went and got a cortisone shot in my foot. It was so bad. And I still had this just, like, kind of, like, hanging on pain. Took this stuff for 2 weeks, and it was gone. It's like, wow, that really did work. I mean, it was, you know, a minor inflammation in there, but this was what made it go away. I tried all the other things. So it does work, and there's actually research on all of their products. They believe very deeply in them, as do I, obviously, to the point that they do their own research. They partner with universities around the world to research their products and make sure that they're working the way they want them to, and that they're supposed to. So, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. So I think everybody's probably kind of busy tomorrow. I'm going to skip tomorrow for a live, and then I will be back on January 2nd. Can't believe it's almost the new year, y'all. Happy New Year. And ready, and we're going to go. So make sure that you go and share that post so you get an extra entry. Make sure that you sign up for emails to get all of your resources, and also you'll get the emails that have all the roundup of what we've covered so far so that you can get ready. Go to your grocery shopping tomorrow, and I will see y'all January 2nd, ready and raring to go. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and Happy New Year. Bye.